after a film as 90s as a Goofy movie, we can go even more 90s-er with an extremely goofy movie. Yep, because everything in the 90s was extreme! Actually, I'm surprised I didn't spell this with an X because, well, we'll get to that in a minute. I guess in a sense, this is exactly what I think of when I hear direct-to-DVD sequels, or at least what I thought they were gonna be before they started doing the big popular movies. Goofy movie was a modest success, and it did pretty well on VHS, so it kind of figured to do a direct-to-DVD movie. That's just kind of what they did back then. And honestly, you get what you'd expect a movie like this would offer. It opens with Max and his friends getting ready to go off to college. Goofy once again is having a hard time as a loving parent letting go of his kid. To its credit, while it is cramming a lot of the cool stuff at the time in your face, it does take some time to actually be a little emotionally considerate. But things go south when Goofy is fired from his job and has to find another one. He's told that the majority of jobs require college degrees nowadays, so enter exactly what you think is gonna happen. Goofy goes to college with Max. And enter pretty much every other thing you think is gonna happen. Max enters a competitive sport, there's a bully that makes fun of him, they're preppy cheaters who make fun of the fact that his father is there, who of course makes things worse, Max is embarrassed, their relationship is pulled apart again, and of course it ends with some sort of big sports event. Oh, did I say some sort of event like I forgot what it was? No, I remember. You couldn't forget for the life of you. It's the X Games. Because they pounded the hell into you. It's beyond obvious that Disney owns ESPN because they plaster that everywhere too. Max's whole goal in this thing is to enter the X Games and win it. It's so weird to see that logo without some sort of parody or satire in there. But no, it's all just one obvious commercial. It's really weird. So okay, the story is about as recycled as it can get. Is there anything good in it? Yeah, there's a couple things. Like I said, there's one or two emotional moments that are brief, but effective. I feel like the animation is trying to be funnier than it's allowed. Like the bully character. He's animated funny, he's voiced by a funny voice actor, but he's just not given any dialogue or scenes that are very funny. But at the same time, look at him. You kinda wanna laugh at him a little bit. Goofy also starts a bit of a romance with this librarian who's also a little quirky and awkward. And again, look at how she's animated. You do kind of want to laugh at her. But the key word is want, as in they want you to laugh, they want to get a reaction out of you, but there's just not that much substance there. Some scenes I don't even get. Like Max and the bullies are in this Beatnik coffee house, which, do those even exist anymore? I mean, I know there's coffee houses, but come on, these people look like they're out of the 50s, not the 90s. And they all start snapping. That, for some reason, scares the bullies away. I don't get it. This whole movie feels like a really good joke being set up, but for whatever reason, we never quite get the punchline. It kind of holds back and never becomes anything, and just sort of falls into that mesh of typical college movies, except now for kids. Hell, did this inspire Monsters U? Oh, I'm so thankful for that. I don't think these are as entertaining as Disney thinks they are. It just kind of feels like opportunities that are never fully taken advantage of. And speaking of which, I'm just gonna say it, I miss Roxanne. I mean, I know high school, going to different colleges, puppy love, separation, all that stuff, but I'm sorry, they were a really cute couple. Couldn't the movie have been about that? Maybe about them breaking up or deciding whether or not they wanted to stay together or going to different schools? You know, actual interesting stuff, stuff that some kids may need to know when going to college. But nope, it's all about being the sports star and trying not to be embarrassed by your wacky parents. I'd see this only if you're a die-hard Goof Troop fan or, I don't know, an example of a movie trying to save itself despite a bad script. But now that interests you, it's exactly what you think a direct-to-DVD movie's gonna be. Take it for what's worth and see the X Games yourself. I mean, extremely goofy movie yourself. God, stupid tie-in.